The age-old question, how do I get my SAG card? How do you get in the Screen Actors Guild Union? It's been a catch-22 forever. You can't get in the union unless you have your card. You can't get your card unless you do a union job. You can't do a union job unless you have your card. All right, man, what the hell? All right, so here's one way to get your SAG card. Now, there's several ways to do it. One of them, obviously, if you're doing background work, you can get vouchers and all that. That's one way to go. But here's another way, and this is a little known fact. Non-union actors can submit for union work. Let me say that again, especially commercials. Non-union actors can submit for union work. Now, in places like Actors Access and Backstage, unless, and sometimes, and it's in the breakdown there, unless it says, and sometimes it does, must be in the union or union members only. Those are out there. If it says that, then don't apply for it. But if it doesn't say that, if it doesn't say must be in the union or union members only, you can apply for union work as a non-union actor. Here's what happens. You see a thing on Actors Access. You submit for it. They invite you to do a self-tape audition. You do the self-tape audition. You send it in. They go, oh, call back, or we've booked you. We love you. You're great. What is your union status? I think that's probably what they'll ask. And you can say, well, I'm not in the union yet. And they'll be like, oh, well, and they'll probably be a little like, but here's the thing. If you kill your audition and they're super pregnant with you and they just loved your work, they will Taft-Hartley you into the union. The producers will Taft-Hartley you. They have to pay a small fee or a fine or whatever, but they will Taft-Hartley you. And Taft-Hartley is a big, long explanation, but suffice it to say that if you get Taft-Hartleyed, it means that they will get you in the union. It's a thing that happened long time ago, and you can look it up, but again, just know that if they Taft-Hartley you, you get into the union. Then what you have to do is you have to pay your union dues. Now, they're not cheap, and when you first get in the union, you think, oh, or if you want to get in the union, you think, well, the union dues are $3,000. I don't have $3,000. How am I gonna? Here's what you do. So, the Screen Actors Guild, the SAG Federal Credit Union, will loan you the money for your union dues, okay? So if you don't have the money, the $3,000, you have to apply for it, and I think your credit rating has to be, 600 or better to qualify, but they will loan you the money for your union dues. And then what you, and listen, the interest rate is no fun. It's probably crappy. But what you do is once you get your check, when you get your first check, be smart with your money. When you get your first check, you just pay it off, most of it or all of it off. If you didn't make enough to pay it all off, you made enough to pay a pretty big chunk of it off, and then you can just make payments on it. So that's how you get in the union. Now, I'm not clear. I'd have to look it up as far as I don't think you have to join right away and pay the money before you do your job. What they do is they would make you a must join. And so there you have it. Then you're a must join, and then after the job, you pay your union dues, you go to the credit union, you get the money, and off you go. So that is only one way, but I wanted to alert you because there's so many union actors out there that go, gosh, I don't know how to get into the Screen Actors Guild. I don't know how to get into the union. How do I get my SAG card? That's one way you get your SAG card. Leave me questions and comments below, and I will help you out with this.